Alright you fruitcakes, even though I've already dropped Warframe, feel free to consider this your Christmas gift from me to you. Anyways, I can't help but chime in my 2 cents regarding this recent thread both on the subreddit and forums. The TLDR of it is that the new HEMA weapon has terrible research requirements that multiply according to your clan tier, causing players, especially clan leaders, to begin voicing their complaints about this. In other words, unless your moon tier clan has every single member be 100% active and contributing to research requirements, which is unlikely because people are lazy, it would be less resource consuming to simply make your own solo clan or to purposefully derank your own clan by cleansing all the inactive or freeloading players in order to make the most of lower clan tier crafting requirements. Naturally these complaints on the forums have spawned the typical "it's not DE's fault" spewing white knights to come out from the gutter. The common argument is that the game is free to play, therefore, you cannot complain. In some situations, this is a legitimate argument, the keyword being some. For instance, if you were at a supermarket and happened to take a free sample offer there that turned out to be shit, you really have no reason to complain. It's a minuscule piece of free food that you got without expending anything other than the energy required to move it to your mouth, so really there isn't anything to bitch about. However, Warframe is not like a free sample. Sure, it's free to play, but the same argument of you can't complain because it's free cannot be used here. No matter how free to play or still in beta you claim your game is, if you offer a fully functional in-game store along with a program that brings new shit to sell every 3 to 5 months in a game that's still in beta, your players have every right to complain, as they're the ones that are actually playing and spending on it. The free-to-play model of games gets a bad reputation because of those games that exploit the "it's free so you can't complain" argument in order to justify increasing the grind, which in turn brings in more money from those players that are too tired of the grind but too hesitant to quit the game. Think of it like this. Even if you're the kind of player that just grinds for everything and doesn't spend a single cent in a free-to-play game, there's one thing that you're still spending. Your time. Time might not mean anything to you, but it does to the developers. Let me explain. Time tells multiple things. The amount of time played tells the developers how long their players are willing to spend playing on a regular basis. The amount of time spent playing also tells everyone, such as potential buyers, that your game is a potential commercial goldmine due to its ability to keep players spending hours away grinding. As players in a quote-unquote game still in beta, even if you spend nothing but time grinding away, you have every right to voice your concerns. Not doing so basically tells the developers they're free to keep raising the grind to unnecessary levels, and at the same time you're silently telling DE to bend you over and fuck you. In a strange way, grind is necessary to a game. Too little grinding, and your game becomes too easy and therefore loses player interest and profit. Too much grinding, and even your hardcore veteran players start to jump ship, losing you player interest and profit. There has to be a perfect balance of grinding that both makes the players satisfied and allows the developers to keep developing content to continue satisfying the players. In short, the question you shouldn't be asking fanboys is why do you blindly defend the developers? What you should really be asking them is how much additional grind will it take for you to crack? Will you finally stop when your Riven and Primed mods disappear after 7 days unless you spend time grinding for them to stay? Will you finally stop when Prime Access begins to sell you primes that expire when the next Prime Access is out? What does it take for you? Happy holidays to you, and thank you for watching.